Hello everyone and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, Xbox users are getting even more upset and people are quite literally giving up on Xbox. Now, we've said that quite a bit these last few weeks because there has been so many tier lists of just things that Xbox have done wrong. Whether it's increasing the price of the Xbox console, increasing the price of Xbox Game Pass, increasing the price of everything in the entire world because everything's all inflation. Let me go spend $17 on a steak. It is ridiculous now in this day and age. But one other big thing that's been rolling out and people are just upset and done is now that Xbox is requiring an ID just to access and play on your Xbox account. You heard that correctly. Xbox is now forcing people to go and prove their identity with a live photo and also other various things such as like a credit card and other various things like your ID just to go and play on your Xbox console. And this will most likely be rolling out throughout many different countries. We'll see when and if it comes to America, but either way, this is horrible. And I'm not a big fan of how the internet's shaping up. So a little bit of an anti-Xbox video, a little bit of my own crazy rants that I think the internet right now should not be super controlled like this. And I would love to hear your thoughts on that one and the Xbox side in the comment section down below. And as well, don't forget to subscribe if you guys are new with the notifications on here or our second channel. We're making a bunch of gossip videos over there. We also do have our brand new PS5 Pro, Xbox, or Switch 2, or just cash giveaway link down below. So make sure you guys join this up on Twitter or subscribe on the channels so you guys can get rolled on it. All right, let's go dive on it. So this is big. I'm upset. As you guys know, the internet's been on this weird vibe, and especially in the UK. If anything, we could blame the British for this one entirely, because they had this brand new law that came out over here requiring people to go and have like, so if you want to have a social feature, basically, you have to go and give people like your ID and like have it basically be face scanned out here. Like here's an article from a few weeks ago saying Xbox begins rolling out age verification checks where social features disabled or limited to friends in the UK from early 2026 unless you provide ID, live photo, mobile number, or a credit card. We encourage players to verify their age via this one-time process now. Now, this was on July 28th, a few weeks ago. I guess a few months ago at this point. It still feels like summer. But this was a little bit ago, but it said began rolling out. And as you guys can maybe go and see from the video title, the timing of this video, whatever, as of today, and even 2 hours ago on Reddit, people have now started calling out Game Pass. And this is the email message they received. At Xbox, we are committed to providing players with a safe and secure experience on our platform. In collaboration with the community, publishing partners, and industry regulators, we frequently iterate on our safety measures to ensure that we are offering the safest player experience. Basically trying to go and war this on out, being like, hey, we're Xbox. You know, we don't mind charging $3,000 for a half console and maybe $90 for Game Pass because, you know, on a what? You're a sucker anyway. Go scrolling on up with your credit card, bucko. But we also want to make sure you're very safe as we're taking your money. Now, I still like Xbox. I'm not completely against Xbox. But I'm sure you guys could all agree there's been a lot of things that have rubbed people the wrong way. And this is one of them. Because I'm not a big fan of having to go and put my ID on Reddit, ID on Xbox, ID on PlayStation. It's pretty much a hard no for me. I don't mind it. I probably would reluctantly do it, but it still doesn't make it okay. They're saying as part of our compliance program for the UK Online Safety Act and our ongoing investments in tools and technologies that help ensure age-appropriate experiences, we need you to verify your age so you can continue enjoying the social features on Xbox. Now, this is more in regards to like showing your ID and having a proof of age or having your face live scanned for biometrics. And that can lead to a lot of bad issues. So this is more of a UK thing. Like you can even go and see there, your privacy. I keep on trying to press X out of this and they can't, whatever, you know, it is what it is at this point. I hate whatever this website is, The Guardian, I hate you. Anyway, when it comes to this, the big issue for this all is that as the UK is like requiring more of this to happen, and you would think it's quote unquote good reasons, you know, to have certain things like making sure children are like, you know, are just vetted online and making sure they're not engaged in like bad things. That's good. Like overall, I support that. But there is also this weird thing of it doesn't seem like properly rolled out. There are other things in like, say, Korea or even China where you have like your own kind of social security number and it's like a one-time thing. Like if you want to play online games in Korea, you have to basically have your social security number attached to your account. And same thing with other various things like your mobile number. It's somewhat hard to spoof a mobile number and say you get banned on Twitter or YouTube or something or Gmail. It does kind of have a somewhat of a, backlog against it. But this is why it's weird, because Xbox is requiring this. Like, if this came to America, would you guys actually be okay with it? I know I have a very large American audience. As of this second, it is available in the UK. This is a UK law, and it is being spread throughout Europe. And that this is confirmed. It seems like other countries are also jumping on into the same like legislation, registration, whatever you want to call it all, like this law basically. Other countries are jumping on in and supporting this. So it's not only the UK. In America so far, this is not a requirement. As of right now, you don't have to have like your photo ID on Reddit, your photo ID on YouTube, whatever. And I hope we never do. But how we sometimes have seen these companies, say Xbox, is they'll go and have to put the time and effort legally to make this happen in the UK, in France, in Poland, with millions of people. So they usually at some points will be like, well, we're probably going to have to do it in America. And they just end up implementing it regardless. Now, that's a little bit fear-mongering. I digress, but still. Anyway, as we've seen with the very first impressions of all of this, is that it's horrible. Rightfully so. If you have all these cameras and everything else, it's horrible. And as of right now, this technology got hacked from all this type of stuff due to these user ID photos that say Discord was requiring. There was 70,000 people's information, private informations, pictures, or IDs, which then can be used and sold on the black market, identity theft, or whatever it might be from various nefarious means. And because of this, names, email addresses, and other contact details of users from around the world can have also been taken. This all stems from the same thing that Xbox is trying to implement onto the UK system. The same thing out here, they're trying to go put all this stuff out here to this UK law. And it's all because of the Online Safety Act. And it will also, like I said, Microsoft has said it anticipates making similar changes in other countries in the future. And that's why I'm seeing it for America and how we have been seeing this in other countries as well. So basically, the age verification requests are limited to accounts already flagged as belonging to owners age 18 and over within the UK. And for now, the process is optional for now. As you guys are seeing, though, it is ramping on up as of only 2 hours ago, and people are not happy. If you go and you kind of look at some of these comments too on Reddit, years ago, don't show your face on the internet to be safe. Now, show your face on the internet to be safe. Not only that, but the government couldn't even be bothered to save the data, and makes the company save the data. So like Discord or Xbox. So now Xbox has all of everyone's data. Like where they were so lazy they couldn't even be bothered to put up the required infrastructure to make the law themselves they passed go and work. And now they had the breaches like the one I just showed you guys from Discord, where people's IDs they used to verify are now in hackers' hands. That's crazy. And now some people aren't blaming Xbox's fault, which I guess fair. It is technically a UK law, and technically it's not Xbox's fault, but Xbox is the one that's sending it out, and Xbox is the one that's complying with it, and they never fought back against it as well. They kind of were like, yeah, okay, whatever, it's the law, it's fine. At the end of it, not that it's really their job at the end of the day too, but you know what I mean. And yeah, they're just gonna go be like just people are having their data's breached. You need to point your anger at your government, which I do agree. And they also had stuff with like Roblox. We're seeing stuff on YouTube. Even YouTube itself in the UK world and now has this weird AI bot that like if it determines that you might be under the age of say 18, they make you go and like say you like watch a lot of Minecraft or something now, whatever you're into, Roblox, then they'll go and have you have to do the same age sign up verification. And even from outside of just the UK countries, we have been seeing this popping up and populating. It's ridiculous too as well. And then everyone's like, well, where do you even have to go next? Like, doesn't every company have to apply for this one? And they're kind of defending Xbox, and I do agree. I do agree. I do totally agree. But it sucks because this is just weird. Like, people are, like, think about everything else that Xbox has gone through, and now they have this. I do want to give my passport information to a sketchy third-party company so I can use full functionality in games I already paid for. And we were like, well, you didn't even pay for the game. You paid for the licenses to even be on top of that. And while some people are going and doing this in regards to, like, the Xbox reaction, I do want to agree it is on the government side. But this is also a video for me saying I don't think the government should have to do this. I do think child safety is important, but I just don't think that this is the right way to really do it. I'm not sure exactly how to fix it. That's why I'm not, in the legislation itself making these laws. And also, I don't even live in the UK. But this is where the world keeps on going crazy because all these big government bodies want to control the internet more, as you guys have always seen from all these like internet censorship acts, etc. It's not been a good vibe. We kind of almost had to fight for the right for the internet to go make sure it's okay. And Xbox didn't seem like they did anything at all. And it does seem like once again, people are getting upset with Xbox and giving it up. I would love to hear your thoughts on the whole entire situation, both on the Xbox side, the requirement, the ID side, and all. And I would love, I don't know, if you guys want to join the giveaway, it'll be linked down below. Subscribe here in our second channel, which has been kind of popping. And I appreciate you guys all so much for everything. You guys have all been phenomenal and cool. Thank you guys all for, I don't know, being alive. You guys, I like you guys. Like, thanks for watching my videos. Okay, bye.